Jody, we're back.
What's
We're
up, man?
live. We are rolling, and there's nobody in the chat yet. So let's give them a oh, wait a minute. There's 5 people in the chat. Okay. Delayed
Have they
reaction.
commenting yet? Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to the Can-Am Connection. Jody, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? How was your weekend?
My weekend was interesting. Everything is kind of weird and interesting these days, and yeah, it's good though. Can't complain.
Good. I'm glad.
Could complain, but I mean, what's the point?
I get it. Well, I tell you what, I was excited for you, and you could take the reins on this because I think the upcoming Monster Factory event, December 2nd, I think it has like 42 matches now. I'm just
Holy
playing.
shit, there's a lot. So here's the thing. Yeah, it's wild, but here's the weird part for me. Maybe conspiracy corner. I don't know what's going on here, but we're waiting patiently for Tim to join us.
Yeah,
we're also waiting patiently for the promotional materials for the super matches that are, how long is it? 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
To come out so that we can promote this thing. But the North versus South event happening in Steinbach has a ton of super matches we're going to talk about once Tim joins us. But that's a really short time away. And here we are talking about Monster Factory that is announcing a lot of matches coming up in December. And you are correct. I have 2 of those matches.
And by the way, everybody in the chat, good morning, Restrator. Marco GT5, good morning. This will not be a prediction show. It's just that when it got announced, I see more matches and more matches and more matches and more matches. And Restrator, aren't you back on that card? You're a mainstay now. You should be on the main card. What's up? Hey, look who's here.
Look who it is.
Hola.
We're just talking shit about you.
Oh, that's normal. That's normal.
I want to say, Tim, I'm very disappointed in you, man. You went to
the
Ryan Seattle Seahawks game, and I didn't see no picture of you in the brand new Barry Sanders statue. What the hell?
It's there. It's there somewhere.
Did you take a picture of it, though, with it?
Yeah, we all got a picture of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Aren't we obligated as arm wrestlers to now all be fans of the Chicago Bears?
No.
What?
I mean, I'm a fan.
You're a fan.
I'm a fan if he plays, but other than that, I'm not watching it.
How will we know? Do we have to wait for the starting quarterback to get injured or something like that?
Or if you just see they're getting blown out one game or something, or he throws for 4 picks, he'll get in the game.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, yeah, there you go. The Bears, there you go. Yeah, but I'm a Steeler fan, so that's just how that goes. So
Isn't that a little far from you?
There's no NFL team in Portland or Bend, Oregon. So I'm sandwiched between Seahawk fans and Niner fans. So
okay. And nobody goes to San Francisco anymore.
Yeah, because the team's in Santa Clara. So
isn't it a war zone down there?
Pretty much. I mean, let's be real, you know. But anyway, let's talk turkey.
Yeah, let's do that. Where are we going to start? We have King of the Table on our agenda first. And Tim, you're going over there right away.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow morning, 5 a.m.
How long of a flight is that?
I go from here to Dallas, couple hour layover, and then 15 hours nonstop from Dallas.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I thought it would be way worse than that.
Coming home, I'm going to San Francisco, 16 and a half.
All right. So let's break it down. Where do you want to start, Jody? You got a match list in front of you?
I can
too, real quick here.
I don't have that dual computer like you do, so but I tell you what though. Even though the main event will be Brzezinski and Voivoda, I gotta tell you, because why am I more interested in Matt Mass versus Ron Bath?
I don't know. Maybe because it's a throwback.
You know,
Like we've
a
seen
lot.
that match a bunch of times. We just haven't seen it lately.
I've seen it in WAL. I've seen at a tournament pulling for somebody. I can't remember. And they all had the orange shirts. And it's just like you said, we haven't seen him for a while. And knowing what we know now, you know, like, okay, you know, Ron Baff's a little bit older, which is fine, but he still can get the job done. And Matt Mass is coming off, like we said before, when certain pullers struggle, right? And they need that one match to get them back going. Even though Matt lost that AWC match at Magda's event, the fact that he was down 3-0 to begin with, to come back and force a silver bullet was, you know, awesome as it was.
Tim, are you obligated to not make predictions as a ref, or can you go ahead and do that?
No, that'd be against the rules.
I got 0 predictions. I'm just there to tell people what to do.
Well, you know what? I do not have. How do I say this? By all rights, Matt should be way bigger and stronger than he was when he was stuck in a weight class with Ron Bath during WAL. Matt should win this match. He should win it in straight matches, probably 4-0 and stop. He should.
Right.
But something tells me that's not how it's going to happen.
Hey, and I'll go a step further. Plexman's in the house, Neil Pickup's in the house, GB, Benji Mack, all the regulars are in the house. Good morning, everybody. Except for Neil, good evening for you. Remember the super match with Ron Bath and Matt Mask and Ron Bath and Chan Shaw. Remember that one?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, you know, Chance is younger, he's up and coming. I think he'll take it. And he won the first 2, and all of a sudden, Ron came back and won the last 3. It's I feel like it might go that direction, you know?
That's the weird thing, because Matt, in his last match against Sergey,
right,
it looked to me a lot like it was going to be a blowout, and then Matt all of a sudden comes up with 2 wins in late rounds. Or 3 wins. Wasn't it 3?
Can you highlight Neil's apparently there's some huge plans in 2024, says Neil. Uh-oh. What does that mean?
So what is it, Neil? What is it?
I mean, it can only be good for everybody. Neil puts on some good shit.
Is Terrence Opperman, is he in the chat?
You know, that's one guy I've never seen in the chat. You know what that tells me? He doesn't want the match.
Whoa. Whoa.
Does not want the match.
There we go. But getting back to Matt Mask and Ron Bath, I just feel like it might go that way. And there's something to be said when you pull these matches, take time off to heal, lick your wounds, pull again, that kind of stuff. I like the way Ron's doing it, where I think with Brzezinski, because he's older now, I guess we can morph into that, where John took match after match, didn't get a lot of rest time. And then I thought Brzezinski's match with Todd Hutchins, it wasn't enough rest time, honestly. Which I think he lost his shoulder, and Todd comes in with that side pressure at a certain angle, put a lot of pressure, and John just couldn't stop it.
So
now
what's
he's
the
going
prediction?
against Alexei Vovolda, and I'm like, okay.
So what's your prediction, Jody? Who wins the match?
You're talking about Ron Bath?
Yeah.
I say Bath because if Ron's going to win, it has to be in the strap.
You say if Ron's going to win, it has to be in the strap.
Yeah.
It is definitely going to the strap.
Then I think Ron's going to win that one.
Okay. I'm going to say Matt.
It'll take Ron a minute to figure out because, like I said, Ron's one of those guys that's like, you know, I kind of see it going the way he pulled Chance Shaw, where Chance got the first 2. Okay. And Ron's like, all right, let me just get a bite on this guy, slip or whatever. And then all of a sudden, here we go.
here's my insight in this match a little bit. I think a lot of these new up-and-coming guys have figured out Matt. They figured out what they need to do with Matt. I think Ron is pretty stuck the way he's going to arm wrestle Matt. He's not going to come in with all of a sudden some completely different style of pulling. I think it's going to look a lot like the old WAL matches where Matt came out on top. The very latest WAL matches, the most recent ones.
But if I'm Matt, 6'6", right, and I got this long arm, why would you not go into a shoulder press and just go fucking, come down on it?
I've never seen him do that with any degree of success.
No, I mean, that could be his ace move,
Here's the other thing to consider, and Tim can give us some insight on this one. Matt has struggled when the refereeing is strict. Now, at King of the Table, how strict is that refereeing going to be?
So it's running fouls, and so you have the little micros that come up.
Uh-oh. Jody, can you see him?
No, he must got either a phone call or a text message. That's what happens normally, that kind of stuff. So, but
he was going to say something profound in this prediction show, and now we have a black screen.
Well, I think he probably got a phone call, but I'm going to say, oh, hey, how you doing, Tim?
I got a damn phone call.
I told you. Yeah, 1 point for chocolate. There we go. No, go ahead. What you were saying now about the running foul?
Yeah, you get the running foul. So it's like you get the little micros that come up. There will just be little runners. The only time it's going to be a stop foul is it comes off the side or it's a big hop to gain position. So I don't see – there could be some good runners in this one, but I think they'll both get some runners. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a good match.
I always thought if you, like Ryan said, some people tend to struggle with strict rules. I always thought if you actually pull in those rules, it makes you have to bring an A game into the match. You got to pull more in control, because if you don't, that, okay, you get that elbow foul, you got to kind of go, okay, I got to do this now. I got to plant my elbow harder, or, be aware where my elbow is on the shoulder pad, that kind of stuff. So
here's a comment here from Dan Plexman. And I used to agree with this statement. Like, I agree Matt's probably hungry for a win. I don't know how hungry he is, because we also been saying that he needs a win for a while, and he hasn't gotten one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needs a win. I just think he's got the popularity level that people will just keep bringing him back.
I have a question about that, but I'll get to that in a second, because I like Benji Mac's comment. And could you highlight that so Tim can see it? Because, Tim, I want you to answer this. Benji Mac says fouling in a losing position needs to go away, and all slips to a strap needs to stay. What are your opinions on that as a bona fide professional arm wrestling referee?
So fouling in a losing position needs to go away?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
If a foul in a losing position ends in a win for or loss for the person that's fouled in the losing position.
I don't think that should go away. I mean, I think it's another way for a competitor to bail out of arm wrestling. It's arm wrestling. There's so many different things that people do nowadays that it's easy for them to bail out and get a restart, or bail out, for any reason not to lose. It's a cop-out. Just arm wrestle.
Hey, you remember those days?
I agree. And Benji Mac says give them a runner then, but they would be on a runner unless they're right at the pin, which in most cases they're going to lose anyway.
Yeah, if it's below the top of the pin peg, it's a foul in the losing position. It's a loss. It should be a loss, because 99.9% of the time it's an intentional foul, and it's a bailout for someone who's getting beat. Just take the loss and move on and be stronger in the next match.
Yeah.
Remember those days where you're about to get pinned, all of a sudden you just go,
Yeah. And
Remember those?
we all did it. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. I do it. If I can do it, I will do it. But it's a cop out. I'm not gonna lie about it. You know, I just watched my match. I just had an Airy system with a 3 foul system. I was
Mhm.
getting ready to lose. I just lift my elbow up because I can. It's all about who makes the rules, and obviously, if you're smart enough, you use the rules to your advantage when you know the rules. But in a personal opinion and everything else, it's still a cop out, and it should be a loss. And you know, be stronger than your opponent. Get stronger. That's all it is to it. Just get stronger.
And then there was I also remember the time when they used to call the losing position was between 10 and 2, which was a little bit ridiculous. That was
Yeah.
Because right now, if this is 12, 1, 2, they're going to call that a loss?
there
Well,
was
I mean,
times there were times and events.
yeah.
You know, they're
Because
still when they just changed the rule. The best thing they did was just change the rule because it used to be 2/3 of the way down. Well, my 2/3 and your 2/3 and your 2/3 are all different, right?
Right.
So now when you get away from that and you just say the top of the pin peg straight across, no different than a parallel pin, you call that 2/3. Now everybody has the same 2/3.
Yes, I
So
like that because
it's
top of the peg,
way
because
better.
that'll never move, right?
Right.
I just didn't like the 10-2 because,
No.
driving a car 10-2. But if I'm here, right, hey, that's 12 o'clock, 1, 2, hell, my shoulder is lower than my hand. I'm still in good position, but they would say losing position 2/3. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Yeah. Well, then there's the other things to consider. Like you can be 2/3 of the way down, but have hand advantage and be in this position. That's not really a losing position. So the
Right.
referees still need to interpret that a little bit.
Yep.
The other part he said was all slips go to the straps. What are your thoughts of that as a universal rule?
I mean, yes and no. On one hand, it's again a bailout, but on another hand, if you're that good enough that you can slip anywhere to get to the straps, hell, go to the straps.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of both on it, you know. I mean, if you're good enough to go there, you know. But at the end of the day, I'd rather see every match in a strap because it's going to tell who's the stronger competitor. So
Yeah.
Okay,
and that's what I like. You know, I think stronger competitors should win in arm wrestling, right? But you know, the strap helps out with that.
I'm glad you said that. And I want everybody in the chat to speak on this. I want you two guys to speak on this. So you get to a table and your opponent goes, hey, you want to go to a strap? I'm at a point now where the strap is an actual style now. Now, that could be for two reasons. One, because that person doesn't have the greatest of wrist and they can hide behind that. Or two, they're a lot better pulling the strap and they don't have to use their hand as much. So when you got somebody that says, hey, you want to go on the strap? No, let's see where it goes. And then they purposely slip anyway. It's like going, what the fuck, dude? You're not even trying to arm wrestle at that point. So as a ref, how do you, because if you're a proponent of, hey, I'd rather see all matches go to the strap, then why even fucking set up and do all that stuff anyway? It kind of takes away from everything, you know what I mean? I understand what you're saying, but.
Well, I mean, I'm at the point now where it hurts to slip, so I'd rather just go strap. So,
Right.
But have you ever had someone walk to the table and go, hey, you want to just go to the straps? Have you ever looked at him and said, hey, you want to just start in a hook? It will totally mess them up. They're like, what? What do you mean?
No, I said, hey, you want to go to
there's no difference, right? So if someone says,
Well,
hey, you want to just start in a strap, just go, hey, you want to start in a hook?
Well, there is a difference.
They'll just look at you and go, huh?
The difference is one is allowed in the rules and one isn't.
Right? But I mean, I guess nowadays it depends on what tournament you're at.
Yeah, this is true.
Because if they say that, I've done this before, and they say, you want to go in the strap? I'm like, you want to go in a rest grip? Because then in the strap, they can kind of, they can do all that bullshit in the rest grip. You can't fucking move, because now you can't get the grip. You can't sit there and cinch and all that kind of stuff in the strap. Rest grip, you can't do nothing. You can't do none of that stuff. then that's still even playing field, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just me. Though.
Well, yeah, the World Series of Arm Wrestling with Greg Sharp, everything's ref script. And it's actually, from all the people that I've been to 3 out of the 4 qualifiers, it's made a big difference. It really has. You take away a 2-foul system, make it a 3-foul system, and then make everything in a ref script. You're seeing some of these elite pollers that are showing up struggle. And
yeah, go ask Cody Merritt and Brent Rockers how that worked out.
Yeah, you're seeing some different outcomes, and I think it's better. I think it's way better. I think I've thought about it. It just depends on who you have repping and how fast you can get things going that way. But if you have a good rep that just, as they're getting chalk, say cap or no cap, like you get things going. I think for the pros, it's really nice.
Now, I might be jumping the ship. Are we done? Are we still talking about the king of the table? Because I want to go to the north versus south. That's one reason why we got you on here.
Let's blast through these fast.
Okay.
We got 4 matches that we got to quickly say something about. And I'm excited, probably more for the undercard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, probably the match I'm looking forward to the most, and this might surprise you, is Sergey versus Chance Shaw. I actually think, having a chance to actually hang out with Chance and get to know him a little bit, and then see what he did at the high five
to save him.
Like,
how many matches are there, real quick? How many matches do I have to ref?
Just 5.
Oh, ain't bad.
Yeah,
that's good, because normally it's been like the last couple has been like 3.
I don't even know who's pulling, to be honest with you.
So I think Chance is going to blow him away. I think this is going to be one-sided. Despite what Sergey did to Matt Mask, I think Chance is going to smash him.
Right.
Yeah.
What
about Menarengi?
That one's a big unknown, man. Like, you got Lars against him, and that's a tricky one, because I don't know if Menarengi can. Like, Lars is gonna do the shoulder press, the flop wrist press.
That's his only move, ain't it?
Yeah, Dan, I did say that. Chance does look bigger in real life, but he said the same thing about me too. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, Menarengi, I think Lars is going to surprise him, and it's going to come down to how much stamina does he have to adapt and pull around a flop wrist press.
Well, can he make the adjustment? That's what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to say Lars probably wins this match.
I'm a fan of Menarengi, but he just doesn't make the adjustments.
Me too, and I think he'll get a couple wins, but I think Lars will come out on top.
Now we got what? Don't we have
we got Lachlan and Krasie.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, I bet it goes into a hook.
I bet you and I love Krasie, but you go. Krasie is like the fully natty guy, and I appreciate that. I think he's going against somebody who is leveling up every time we see him. And I think Lachlan's going to get the job done here.
And that'll rise his stock up too.
Yeah.
And I know Tim can't speak on that because he's the ref, so I get it. I get it.
Man, I want to.
Jay Clean is finally in the house.
I'm going to write all these things down and give it to you afterwards on Sunday.
We 24 minutes in, Jay Clean. What's up, man? Then the main event, okay? John Brzenk, Vovoda, and I know everybody, when that match got announced, everybody's been going back to that clip from Nemirov. Y'all got to realize that these guys are a lot older now. And I wonder, first of all, I'll say this. I'm rooting for John. I thought Todd would beat him, and I predicted that. Now that John's gotten rest, everyone's saying, oh, John, he's getting old, this, that, and the other. again, just because someone struggles doesn't mean that they don't have it in them. Now, I'll say this. The last time Voivoda took time off, he made his comeback versus Tim Breslin. Didn't go so well. Then he took some more time off. So I know at some point it's like going, yeah, you can be Hulkamania in the gym and all, but, you know, what kind of actual table time? More than practice, just, you know, oh, okay. It's that time. All right. But the thing is, though, is that, okay, when it's real, not just sparring, big difference. John's been, participating in a lot lately. Alexei hasn't. He has some table rust, you know?
I'm going to say that, well, look at this picture. Like, is Voivoda, who is probably still a vegan, doesn't look like the monster that was in Pulling John or the one that followed for the next few years after that film was made. Went into a completely different sport. Looks like he could be the high school gym teacher now. And I think John Brzezink's going to run away with it, to be honest with you. It'll be good. It'll be a good match. But I think John gets it done.
Yes, Benji Mac, Voivoda is still vegan. Yes. Now, let's shift gears. Because now Tim's been quiet. Now you got to speak on this, Tim, because, wait, you're a referee too at the North vs. South, are you not?
Yes, and yeah, I am going to be reffing. Just depends on how much throughout the day with helping run it all, make sure it goes smooth. You know, my tournaments, how it rolls.
So give us some insight about what is the format as far as reffing, who are going to be the refs and all that kind of good stuff. And as we keep going into this event.
We got, I don't know who Billy has up there. Right now it's just me and Lewis coming from the States, and maybe John Bellick. I was supposed to have Bill and Pat Onifray, and Pat Bear come out, but their passports are messed up. That's why they're not going to Worlds for IFA.
Wow.
So yeah, we're still working out the kinks on that. They're the super match flyer is gonna be out tonight. My kid's been sick. We got home yesterday. It's been a long night. And I leave tomorrow, so we're gonna have that out tonight, with all the details and everything on that. As far as the tournament goes, it's gonna be awesome. It's we're doing something different with the golden ticket.
Yeah, elaborate on that, because what Billy posted and what you might be saying might be two different things now, just so everybody's aware of what's going on.
First of all, I'm going to cut you guys off just for 1 second, because I just need to tell everybody that Billy was supposed to be here, but he has had some issues at his employer where he is not able to get away and jump on the show. So he will not be joining us.
Damn.
Well, he might be joining us at some point in the next half an hour, but we don't know that for sure, and chances are he will not. So, Tim, take it away.
Yeah, so me and Billy talked about this all. We kind of had like a misunderstanding. He kind of jumped the gun, made a video. I gave him a call. We talked about it. So the official how the golden ticket's going to work, and it's going to be released also. I'm going to make its own little detail flyer about it. So we'll release your guys' super matches tonight on the flyer, and then sometime this week we're going to release like how the golden ticket's going to be working as well. So how it looks is all the pro left and right, and that includes women, the winners will get a ticket, a drawing ticket, like a raffle ticket. And at the end of the night, we will have everybody on stage. All the lefties will go up first. And out of all the lefties, we'll pull 2 tickets. And then we'll bring the right-handers up for all the winners. We'll draw 2 tickets. So there's a total of 2 right-handed winners and 2 left-handed winners. And what that will look like is those people next year will get a fully paid trip to be part of a pay-per-view super match. And that includes flight, hotel, and some sort of guaranteed money that's going to be undisclosed.
So if you're a WWE fan like Ryan and myself, that would be the equivalent of Money in the Bank. Gotcha.
Exactly. It gives you you know, it could be anybody, right? So super match pullers, I believe we're doing that before the tournament to give them an option to be a part of that as well. And so it's going to be interesting. And who knows, I was talking to Billy about it and I was like, there could be, say, somebody there who, say Ryan wins it, right?
Yep.
He could look right onto the crowd and see somebody and just call them out right there. We could just create a match for the next one right there. You never know.
And have a whole year buildup.
Exactly. So,
Hello, Jody Williams.
And it doesn't have to be necessarily on the next card. It could be sometime next year, because everybody has obligations. I think we're shooting for the next one of these, the North versus South in March. It's not confirmed because there's a lot of stuff now happening in March, so it's going to be flex dates. Maybe February, early April, just depending on how everything goes.
Let me ask you something, Tim. North versus South, is it staying in Steinbach, or are you guys going to move it back and forth between Canada and the United States?
So it's eventually going to be moved back and forth, but right now it's going to just be up there in Canada. But there's going to be a chance for the winners that are drawn left and right-handed that could have the option of pulling at one of my events as well.
Oh,
so
good.
Say, Ryan, you go up there and you win and your ticket gets drawn. And again, it just gives people more options because everybody is doing something, right? And you're like, oh, well, I see this person's coming to Arizona State, so I'll just cash in my ticket at your event. That's going to be allowed.
Fucking Ryan's like, do I go to Raw, SmackDown?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you just go to Raw or SmackDown. That's pretty much what it is, But we're just it just gives people more options, I mean, and like I told Billy, I was like, well, what if someone shows up that, hell, they've never been in the United States before? Maybe they want to come down. It just gives people more options to cash in a ticket and get shown, pretty much. That's all I'm all about, bringing up people that just maybe are not in the limelight, and that's what it's all about.
So let's talk super matches. I mean, I love the fact.
There, let's talk about how are the matches going to be called? Like, are we doing running foul? We're doing, I mean, what rules said that way? Myself, who has a match, Ryan has a match, so we all know what's going on.
That's the super matches, you mean?
Yeah, just so we kind of know what's going on.
I don't think that's been figured out yet, because I kind of I like just WAF with modified with minor hops here and there, letting them go.
Right.
Like I do mine. He wants to do something different, so I think that's going to be in the group chat that's going to be started this week with the athletes to determine what you guys want.
Yeah, I have some opinions. Like I'm right with you. I think keep it simple. WAF with a tiny modification would be just fine with me. Maybe even a third foul.
Yeah, I like what Greg Sharp's doing. I like that it's 3 fouls. You have the little micros you don't call, but there's no warnings. There's no, if you false start, it's a foul because you get 3.
Right.
I kind of like all that too. So I'm going to kind of throw out when we start this group what I think it should be and what's professional and not embarrassing to the sport.
Billy Berg, what the fuck, dude?
But it's one of
sitting in the toilet.
It's one of those things where, for me, and Jody knows because he's at all my events, I want entertainment, but I also, and with the best matches, but I want it to be professional. I don't want it to be a fucking joke. Like, I don't want the sport to turn into a shit show. And that's where it comes in for me. It's WAF with a little modification of, minors here and there, to keep a good match going. You don't want to call every little sliver, that means nothing, no position game, no anything.
Right.
But you want it to be professional as well. This is, whatever we put out is what all these other amateurs are looking at. So if we're up there looking like a bunch of jackasses, these people are going to go home and train like a bunch of jackasses, and it's just going to ruin the sport later on.
Yeah.
Oof. I could go down a path on that one, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my 2 cents about it. Like I said, I have entertainment for a reason. We want it to be entertainment, but it's also arm wrestling. So it's going to be a show, but it's going to be within the rules.
Yeah.
And since, Billy Berg's in the chat but not on the show, and I'm glad you brought this up to him, because I was under the impression, the way Billy told me, him and I had conversations, that the super match is like, what are we pulling for? Awards, trophy, whatnot. And that's when he told me the golden ticket came into play. Like, that would be your award or whatever. It would be framed or something like that. But apparently that might not be it now. So I don't know. So whatever,
Yeah.
like, for example, whatever Ryan and Cody decided on, then that's what y'all going to be pulling for. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the super match guys, it's like, obviously, if you have some winners and stuff, you're obviously going to get the first look at maybe pulling one of those ticket winners, or pulling in a future match. It's just not guaranteed, right? That's where the golden ticket comes into play. The golden ticket was all Billy's idea, and I just helped modify it and make it that much better. I think it's awesome. It's no different to me than having pretty much a belt, right? And rolling with the belt winner. So,
man, wouldn't that be cool if they had belts? Because damn it, because what you could do, and we don't have enough time because we're like, what, 2.5 weeks out? What they could have done, say, hey, here's a belt, or whatever the case may be, to the super match winners. Then whoever had that belt next year will have to come back to that event with that belt against the ticket winner that got their name pulled. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
See, you always think about that stuff, but then it's like, how hard is it to get that person and that other person to actually agree on a date and this and that? It really turns into a shit show nowadays, because there's so many events, and people getting invited to this event, or say, okay, because this happens to me all the time. Say I'm running an event and I have you locked down, and you get a call from a certain person that offers you thousands of dollars to show up, and then you back out on my event.
Well, I'm speaking for myself on this one, Tim. I know what you're talking about, but I'm speaking for myself as, if I made a commitment, I'm going to honor that commitment, right?
You would think so.
Right. I mean, that's so, like, let's just say, especially if you look at Ryan's left shoulder, his right, our left, there's a belt sitting up there. And whenever that league gets up and running, he is the champion for that. Now, you have to honor that, because I'm the champ of that. For example, North versus South. Well, guess what? I'm committed. So whatever date the next one is or whatever, I'm already locked in. So if I got a promoter saying, hey, guess what? We have to have you this event. I'm like, hey, I'm already locked in. I got this commitment right here. I got to defend my title. Hey, maybe on the next go around or something like that. That's just it's on the pullers too. I mean, because the promoters are doing what they need to do, but the pullers need to have some responsibility in that also.
Yeah, you would think that would be the case, but a lot of people are chasing the higher power, which it's great, but it's also turns into a respect thing for, don't forget where you started, don't forget who got you there,
Right.
or helped you get that spotlight along the way. Don't forget about those guys. It's great if you want to go to King of the Table. It's great if you want to go to East versus West. It's great if you want to do Arm Wars and so on. But if you commit to those guys that are always going to be here, don't forget about them.
Yep.
So,
what's your thoughts on that, Ryan?
Oh man, I got a million. I mean, I've seen the promoters come and go and do all the things they do, but I just hope you guys keep doing original stuff. That's it.
I mean, I will say this. I like the golden ticket because it's something different. As far as awards go and what they mean, we've seen belts and hammers and we've all grew up on the trophy, plaque, and medal, standpoint. Now we got swords and axes and stuff like that. And I thought the golden ticket was cool because it was different. But now knowing what it means makes it that much more exciting because no one's done it. So from that standpoint, I like that.
I'm a bit like Michael Todd in a way where I like to, collect trophies and stuff too and throw them on the shelf. And every time I get to go to an event and there's something there, like, it's cool when you're in a super match and you get handed a wad of cash, but it makes it just
don't get spent, man.
That tiny little bit more special when you get handed a trophy with it, so you have something put on the shelf to show for your super matches too.
You see this big ass bullet? You see this? Yeah. This was from my Kenny Bostic Freedom Pool Super Match Champion. Look how big this bastard is. All right, Hawthorne, Nevada. So just so you know, that's just one award, and that's pretty cool to have. Yeah, winning money's awesome, but at some point that will be spent. Where, hey, if I would have won money, which I did that day along with this, that money's long gone. But guess what? I still got this, and I can look back and go, damn, I remember that day. That was awesome. So
the overall champ should have got, Jody?
What's that?
The gun that shoots that bullet.
That would have been awesome. I mean, this is just all kind of stuff. Oh, I'll show you another one since I got you guys on the show. Man. Look at this. See this right here? So this was the overall. It's just two guys on an arm wrestling table. See that?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, it's stuff like that. And that was the right-hand overall winner that day. So that was in 2015. So again, that's just one of the examples where it's like, oh, I can win money. That's cool. But if I can get something like that, put that on one of my mantles back here, that's pretty awesome.
I have never seen an event known and for their awards as much as Michigan State.
Yeah.
Guys travel for great distances just to try to win one of those gorillas.
Yeah.
Did you see that one in Florida over the weekend? Was it last weekend or weekend before? And they had like gator heads as trophies.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something different. Why? Because it represents Florida. Awesome, I don't know how many gorillas are in freaking, Michigan, but still the fact that if you want a gorilla, you go to Michigan State. If you want like a sword or a hatchet, you have to go to Kansas City. I'll even say this might be an idea for Tim if he wants to or not. What is the Pacific Northwest known for? Where's fucking Bigfoot? Fine, whatever.
That's what we started. That's why our awards are Bigfoot now.
Yeah, so there you go,
Yeah, we did that last year. We were rolling with it this year. We're trying to keep that the same going forward, that you're going to want to go chase that award now.
Yeah.
And we're trying to adapt to that in Arizona for like the rattlesnake as well. We got some cool ideas coming up for that. But I do want to point out for everybody who's on the chat, again, since Arm Sports Entertainment is co-hosting this event, all women will pull for free and get the same award as the men.
There you go. Speaking of the women and North versus South, do we have a super match with the ladies? Yes, right?
Yes, we do.
You want to elaborate on that?
Straight to the main event. We're going straight to the main event. And somebody actually said to me, I can't believe you and Cody aren't the main event. And I said, I'm fine with that because they're bringing in possibly the greatest female arm wrestler on the planet.
Yep.
Maybe of all times. How do you not say she's in the main event no matter who she's arm wrestling?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's like bringing John in and saying he's the co-main event. It doesn't matter who John's pulling. He should be the main event. And that's how I feel about Gabby. And we got Gabby, the main event, against Sarah Wilson. And I truly believe it's going to be a great match. I really do.
Beef jerky in the house? Western Survivor? Yes.
Western Survivor is back.
The thing is, though, Tim, and the reason why I like that is because of the fact that, we all thought that, who would have thought that Magda would have pulled off getting John versus Todd Hutchings? Hey, and all the promoters, she made it happen. So now you get Sarah Wilson, right, against Gabriela Vasconcelos. Who would have thought somebody will put that together? Not one of these big, giant, huge name promoters or even Magna. Congratulations, Tim, for pulling that one off.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, you know. And I just hung out with Gabby a couple of weeks ago in California, and she's super excited. She's not taking this match lightly. She's training hard for it. She said that it's one she's actually looking forward to, and that makes me feel as a promoter with Billy even better about ourselves. That it's not like a walk in the park in someone's eyes. Like it's she's taking it serious.
Well, let's be honest here. I mean, Sarah is awesome, but it's hard to find a match for Gabby because there aren't many women out there that can compete with her.
Mm-hmm.
And just to jump in here a bit and mention it, because we really need to pump this event up. Friday night, there's going to be a seminar. And we don't know what it exactly is going to look like yet, but I will be there. Gabby is going to be there. A major part of it should be the centerpiece of it. Cody, Jody, myself, Tim, who else is coming there? Like, we got a bunch of people. We're going to put on a big arm wrestling seminar, and it's going to be awesome.
I'm shaking hands and kissing babies that night, so it's all right.
No, yeah. So like Friday, we're doing the weigh-ins, and then directly after the weigh-ins, everybody's gonna stay, and we're gonna do a big old seminar. I think there's like 9 of us that are gonna do it between us 3 on here with Gabby and Sarah, Cody, Merritt, Alex, Elia. I think there was who else was it? There's somebody else that was gonna be there. I can't remember, from Canada, but it's just gonna be a meet and greet. It's just going to be a lot of just answering questions, showing what we've done over the past. Oh yes, Jeff Dave. Forgot about Jeff Dave. Is going to be there as well. So all these people that wanted to meet these people, just talk to them. It's not going to be like a big, like a traditional, I guess I'll say, seminar. It's going to be like, come up and meet that person that you want to meet and talk to them with the table and learn some stuff from that person, because everybody wants to learn from somebody different and everybody has a little bit of things to teach differently. I think we're going to have like 4 tables there, and you're going to be able to go from table to table. I'll be doing a lot of reffing questions, and I'll be running that on one over the table. You guys will be talking over here with some people. So it gives more of a variety to go from like table to table to learn different things, and not just one person talking the whole time and people asking questions.
So everybody that comes to the seminar needs to grip up with Cody's left arm and give it a good solid hit.
I believe also there'll be us that are running the seminar and the Supermatch guys who attends the seminar will have a signed poster from everybody as well.
There you go. And you said Ilya, so give me that super match. It's Ilya versus Alex, correct?
It is, and it's right-handed match.
Ooh, okay.
We were making it left-handed, but Alex is having some problems with his left.
Okay.
But it's one of those things like at Magnus's event, it's still not out of the works. So it's not going to be announced, but it's still right-handed only. Mm-hmm. But the day if Alex is feeling it and he's okay, we're just going to go ahead and add that to the card and make it a left-handed match as well.
Nice.
So that's what we originally wanted. And but that right-handed match, I think, is still going to be a super crazy awesome match. Both guys are so explosive, and it's going to be fun to watch.
There you go. And Billy Berg, your ass is in trouble, buddy. Yes, you and I. Matter of fact, we're the mega undercard. Our shit might be on Wednesday. That's how fucking, compared to everybody else. And since Billy's in the chat, he's probably still in the stall. Hey, man, what we pulling for, man? Let me know. So, yes, Billy Berg and myself, best of 5 left-handed. It's it's going to be exciting. I know Billy's wanted this match for a long time now, and we finally came to an agreement. So there's no weight cap. Not that I'm going to be weighing like a lot, but I woke up this morning at 229, so it's all right. It's all right. So I'm not going to take him lightly. I always kind of play that role because I don't want to be overconfident. But sometimes I've been underconfident, and then I also shot me in the foot also. So again, I feel pretty good now knowing that, it's going to be WAF rules with, a little tweak here and there. So that way I can kind of shift gears and get my mind ready for that. Just coming off the World Series of Arm Wrestling when everything was 3 fouls and a rest script. Now I got to shift gears on that. So it's all good. So.
Well, I got dogs going nuts.
Mailman must be there.
Well, I was going to tell you, Jody, with am I in your corner for this one? Or you got a corner man yet?
I do not have a quarter man.
Well, then I'll be there to help you beat Billy, just like you're going to help me against Cody.
Cody was giving me shit at the Utah event about that too, so that's funny.
Well, let's jump into that match right there, co-main event.
Yes. Hey,
you guys are pulling best of
5
5 left-handed, and I was gonna say I thought it was like 6-7 years in the making. You're saying 5?
2018, we pulled at the World Championships, WAF Championships.
That's right. No, this is a great match that I've wanted to see for a while. I'm a guy that tried getting this match I think 2 years ago at my event. And it just, the times didn't work out for you guys and all that. So I'm personally super excited for this match. Hell, I just want to sit down and watch it. I don't want to ref it, but I'll be the one refing it. But I'm super excited for it. They're both great, proven people in the sport, and my opinion, top 3-4 in the United States, in North America. And hell, are knocking on the door at 2-1. So I think it's going to be a very, very good match. I don't see this thing going anywhere lopsided. Hell, I see a silver bullet coming along. So that's what I got to say about that since I'm reffing it.
Could very well be.
Wait, silver bullet? Y'all pulling best of what?
Well, it's best of 5, isn't it? So there won't. It'll be.
Well, I mean, yeah, you get the fifth match. The fifth match is still a silver bullet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Every time I hear that, I'm thinking 3-3. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. I think it's going the distance. I really do. I think it's going to be.
Well, I don't. I think it's going to be 3-0.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Man, I like it. I like it. Billy, your ass is in trouble. I'm just saying it right now. You're in trouble, man.
We got Jeff Day pulling. I don't remember the guy he's pulling up there from Canada. Ryan, you know more about him?
Is it Solomon? Solomon Latimer.
I think so, yes.
Good left-handed arm wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Big task for Solomon. Big task.
Humongous
you know how hard it is for a referee to set up Jeff Day?
Oh, I can imagine.
Man.
I pulled a super match with Jeff Dabe, and man, it was interesting because he's got such a huge hand and such a short arm.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively.
The first time that I refed him, I believe, was at Nationals 2018 or 19 in California. And after that, I went up to Leo with lion straps. I said, I need you to make me a strap 6 inches bigger.
Yep.
And he did. So I have that strap now, and that's what I'll be bringing. Because for you guys, bigger guys,
strap?
Well, the bigger guys, those hands and stuff, you can't really get a good tight down. Depends on how they set up, low, high, all that good stuff. It makes a big difference, and I think it's nice.
When you have Jeff Dave at the table, it's like there's 3 hands you're strapping together.
Yeah.
I've been in a strap with him, and they pulled the thing through. There was this much strap left.
Yep.
And that's with us being like extra accommodating so they could get the strap on.
Damn.
Everybody could use an extra 6 inches, so we got that on the strap.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, you said the poster will come out today, yes?
Yeah, I believe she just kind of sent it to me. I don't know. Let me see.
Uh-oh, we might have it here. We might get a preview right now.
Oh, it's looking nice too.
Ah, yeah.
You want to throw it? You want to throw it at me in a message, and I'll put it on the screen for everyone to see.
Billy Berg, I know you're still in the chat because I know you still are on a bathroom break. But my thing is that apparently I understood we're getting the Supermax competitors are getting shirts. Yes. Are they like different colors for like the North team? You know, they're getting like red shirts and the South team's getting blue shirts. I mean, how is that working actually?
Jody,
Tim,
aren't you just going to wear the Team Canada one, seeing how you have turned on your countrymen and you are going to be an honorary Canadian?
Well, that goes that way. So does that mean that you're going to be a bona fide U.S. citizen then in my corner against Billy or what?
Well, that just means that Billy's going to have to make me both colors of shirt as well as you.
I just sent it to you. Obviously, it's the rough draft. I mean, that's essentially what it's going to look like.
All right, I'm going to show everybody here. You're going to get to see it right now.
I like that. Yeah, I'm whooping Billy's ass.
There it is.
There we go. So yeah, there'll be a little bit more details and stuff on there, but essentially that's what it's going to look like.
Damn, it seems like it's 4-6.
Right?
I'm looking at it. So like, you know, you got Team Canada on one side, and then you got they put SB on the south side. Oh, okay. That's why it looks like it's 4-6.
Look at Cody. Cody's got a tiny little picture there. He's looking all mean.
I might move a couple people around, but that's essentially what it's going to look like, and it'll be out tonight.
Red, white, and chocolate. Yeah.
It'll be blasted everywhere. Give it to you guys on the event page. I'll blast it to 9 million groups in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, I'm going to hit up my social media and just share the hell out of this thing. I'm telling you, when you have the co-main event and you got two WAF world champions, right, just against each other, then you got another Canadian champion versus another WAF champion. I mean, what the hell? I mean, at this event, I mean, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is what it's all about, you know? And this is the very first ever edition of North vs. South. So I'm very excited to be a part of that. I want to thank Billy Berg, Tim Tallmadge, and the rest of Arm Sports Entertainment for having this event, having us to be a part of it. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be really good too. There's, you know, we were kind of late to the party on a lot of stuff and getting the flyer out, but luckily we have already been talking to a bunch of people and they knew about this event. So I don't think it's going to lack people. I think it's going to be a very, very big event. You know, Billy put one on not too long ago, and it was a pretty good event. I think like 100 and some odd entries. Man, we're gonna probably have over 200 entries. It's gonna be a stacked house, and it's gonna be electric.
If I win,
go on, Jody. What are you gonna say?
Well, I meant the tournament. If I win the tournament, I know exactly who I'm calling out. Y'all can sit on that one.
There you go.
I already know who I'm. Already got it. Already got it. Yeah, already got it. Yep.
Let's talk about the pay-per-view for a second.
Yes.
How are we going to find it? How are they going to buy it?
That's almost finalized. So it's going to be one of two ways. One,
we're in suspense. So far, we're waiting
people
for
stop
one.
calling you. See, look, Tim gets on here, shows the poster. Hey, Tim. Leave Tim alone, man. He's on the show. He's busy right now. Killing me.
Are you still with me?
We still hear you. Yeah, you said one of two ways, and then you said one, and then it cut out.
So one of two ways. The website that we've been working on for a long time is almost done, and we're hoping that's going to be where you're going to buy it from the Aries page, and it's going to be. We're going to have everything on there. If that does not happen in time, it'll be on Arm Sports Entertainment's YouTube channel under the subscriptions. You have to go in there and subscribe and then buy the pay-per-view.
Looks good.
Billy still didn't answer my damn question, man. What kind of shirts are we wearing? You killing me over here, man.
He said 3. Whatever
What the
the hell
fuck
that
is
means.
3? What does that even mean?
Gotta wear 3 shirts?
I don't know what that means. I don't know. But just know that, I saw his little thumb picture, so I see that. I know what I'm up against now, so it's all right. We're good. So
Yeah, you guys
will be in the house. I'll talk to him.
You guys will either have event shirts on that are going to be made for the event, or you might be wearing Armed Force shirts.
Fair enough. Hey, Billy, if you're listening, and you guys should hear this too, the best barbecue joint in the world, maybe, is in Steinbach.
Oh, I'm a sucker for barbecue.
Perfect.
It's
So
a good thing
for the Friday event. I don't know, the athlete and referee officials dinner after the meet and greet.
Just let me weigh in first. That way I don't gain too much weight. Cause I'm a sucker for barbecue. So let me go ahead and weigh in first. I gotta go. I got my passport sitting in my drawer over here. I gotta make sure I get some Canadian money because y'all don't take American money, do y'all?
I'm sure they'll take American money at par. And Jody, if you need to switch it up, I will gladly give you 500 Canadian dollars for 500 American dollars. No problem. I will help you out.
I was just in Canada over the weekend in Ontario. Let me tell you, our money's great up there. No, I think I was getting like a $1.60 to my dollar when I was just there.
I still got
yeah.
England money in a Ziploc bag in my dresser drawer when I went to Armwrestling. I still got that, so I just never spent it. So
and for anybody who's on here or listening that is coming from the States or whatever, the entry fee is in Canadian money. So everything that's listed on there is Canadian money.
And don't worry, I've reminded Billy that he needs to pay you guys in American money, not Canadian money.
I think everything's done in Canadian money is what we decided.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It is.
Oh, so me and Billy are pulling for Canadian money, huh? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Everything's done in Canadian money.
Yeah.
But yes, there will be a after the seminar, the staff and the super match pullers are going to get together probably for a little late dinner, and that's where part of our meeting's going to happen. What's going to happen and all that.
It'll be my second time being in Canada.
Well, you're coming right to the center. So
last time I was in Canada, you didn't need a passport. That's how long ago it was.
That's like
I was like 6 years old, I think. So yeah,
in the 80s.
Yeah, I was 6 years old. So, but yeah, I'm so excited. As soon as we get the updated, poster out, I'm gonna blast that thing all over social media.
Awesome. Well, guys, let's put a wrap on this one. Glad we got all that information out there. Man, can't wait. Excited about the event.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be one to talk about, I believe. So it's going to make things bigger and better for the next one. We always shoot to go a little higher on each event. So
yeah.
Jay Clean, being 6 was like 1962. I'm half vampire, or now I'm 1/4 vampire to a guy who'll be 48 in 5 months. I'm half vampire, so it's all right.
So you're the day walker. We're going to see you up here.
That should be a new nickname. Not that I should give it to myself, but I like Thunder. I like that.
There you go. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for coming in.
Black don't crack. That's right. Yes, Tim, thanks for joining me on the show. Everybody in the chat, as always. Funny how we had Tim on there and no Cody Merritt. That was weird. But
and no Billy Berg. No Billy Berg.
Yeah, did you block people or what the hell, dude?
I sent Billy the wrong link by accident.
So anyway, guys in the chat, thank you for joining us on the show. It's going to be exciting. Tim, safe travels over the Dubai, so you can go ahead and do a great job like you always do. All right, safe travels.
Appreciate that.
Right on.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
See y'all next Tuesday.